Hi everybody, this is Thomas from iSource. Just going to take a look at Paper, the new iPad app that's absolutely fantastic for drawing and writing and just generally having a kick-ass time on your iPad. So Paper is the one in the bottom right corner, and when you launch the app you'll see a bunch of notebooks and you can create new ones with just a quick tap on this plus button. And you can rename them, choose a photo for them, and or just choose the color of the cover. Now, by default, they actually have a nice sort of transparent making of notebook already for you, and as you can see, these are all drawn with the app, but they also explain sort of the thought process behind it. And what I really liked was this first page, which talks about balancing the app. So it has to be easy enough for quick note-taking, but it has to be expressive enough for drawings. And I like the bottom ones where it's not a boring interface. They've got lots of animations here, lots of treats for the eye. And two, there aren't lots of settings to fiddle around with. It actually reminds me a lot of IA Writer, if you know that app. Now, a two-finger pinch will leave any notebook. It'll actually shut it. So let's go over to sketches, let's say. And swiping will just run right through the pages. And then quick tap on the plus button, adds new one, and you've got a blank canvas immediately. Quick swipe up from the bottom brings you up a bunch of options for pens. I have bought 3 out of the 4 tools now. The only one I haven't bought is this one for outlining, because I just don't really feel I need that yet. However, one really great concept in the app is the ability to try before you buy. So if I want, I can just try out the outline tool, see how it does work. And I did the same for the other tools for sketching, writing, and coloring. And I think that's a fantastic interface for in-app purchases, extremely fair. So once I pick something, I pick a tool, I can pick one of the 9 colors or shades available here, dismiss that, and you can just start drawing away. And one of the things I really like about this app is how smooth that ink feels. Other apps have been a little bit smoother, but the thing about Paper is that it feels flexible enough to actually handle like you would a piece of paper. And that has a lot to do, again, with the simple controls and the lack of settings. So I find myself doing a lot less fiddling and just playing around with it, drawing with it. So, of course, I have been making little sketches here. I've also let a friend take over, and he's much better than I am. And then in the car last night, while we were talking about, my friends and I were talking about an upcoming New York trip, I started simply talking about or writing down the places while we were in the car. And I was using the drawing tool. And it's actually quite usable, even on the go. And all I'm using right now to write all this is a quick $15 stylus I found at a Best Buy. And so here's a quick demo of sort of each of the different tools. So here's the draw one, and going very slowly you have very thin lines. If you go quickly it thickens the stroke, and of course you have different colors for them. Next one up is sketch, which you can also have in different colors. All of them work with colors. And the great thing about Sketch, of course, is that you can darken it. Gives you a nice opportunity to get the right curve. Next one up, that I have anyway, is writing, which you've already seen up top. And I've actually tried quite a number of writing apps on the iPad already, and this really feels like one of the best ones, period. And in fact, it's my favorite thus far because of the interface. The only thing that I've seen that's come close is something called iPad Lite. Or, well, there's iPad, but I use the free version. And Paper seems to really still beat it hands down because it's just so easy to use. The buttons, the interface is not confusing at all. And the final one is for coloring. The final tool, rather, which is nice so that you can highlight particular words, or as my friend did for a quick drawing over here, you can sort of highlight hair and vest and do a bit of lighting. And one very, very, very nice touch is if you should happen to accidentally muck up a drawing, all you do is place 2 fingers on the screen, let's say, and you start rotating counterclockwise. You have a big rewind tool, which is a really great idea. Now, in terms of comparisons to other drawing apps I've used, there is no zooming in, either at the moment or there may never be, and I'm actually okay with that here because it feels simpler that way, to have sort of fewer conflicting gestures on the screen. You know, you can only swipe near the edge of a page to turn it, or swipe it from the bottom to bring up the toolbar, or you're drawing on the screen or undoing what you've drawn, and that's it. So Paper basically seems to have struck a very fine balance for me, and I'm actually quite excited to see how I can integrate it into my workflow. I mean, besides having just stupid fun sketching little things, I'm wondering if I'll be writing more things down on the iPad just in cursive. Anyway, that's a quick tour of Paper for the iPad. It's a free download. Each of the tools is $2, and you can buy them all for $8. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.